Hello, one and all. Welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This is part 2 of a closer look on UFC Fight Night's main event. Henry Cejudo, Triple C, third time back in that octagon after his return, of course. Last 2 times around were not successful. Will it be successful against a Song Yadong? We're going to talk about Henry Cejudo, Song Yadong a little bit. Before getting started, make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. Henry Cejudo, Song Yadong. I'm trying to think about this fight, think of how this fight might actually play out. You look at Song Yadong, obviously, he's had some blemishes in the past few fights, but you look back a bit further, you're going to come to find that Song Yadong has power and he is able to knock his opponents out. The 5'7" Song Yadong, who's going to have size advantage, you would assume, over Henry Cejudo. Being the naturally bigger guy, 5'7". I don't know, Henry Cejudo's 5'3", 5'4", something to that effect. So he's going to have size, he's going to have age. He most certainly has power. He's displayed his power before. He's knocked out plenty of his opponents, right? Henry Cejudo, on the other hand, after the comeback, right? Henry Cejudo prior to 2020 was one thing, and then Henry Cejudo after the break that he had. So 2020, he retired, and he came back 23. So there was like a 2-3 year break, right? In between the first version of Henry Cejudo and the second version, who hasn't been so successful. In all honesty, the first time around he was back in there, I want to say, was it Peter Yan? Or Aljamain Sterling, excuse me. Aljamain Sterling. He came back against Aljamain Sterling. Lost a decision, 5-round decision, if I'm not mistaken, to Aljamain Sterling. And then he went on to lose a 3-round decision to Miradvilashvili. Now, he's losing decisions, but against Aljamain Sterling, he looked like he was out for a couple of years. This is clearly evident. You're rusty. Against Miradvilashvili, I mean, do you blame him for losing against Miradvilashvili? You're talking about the bantamweight champion, the golden standard in that bantamweight division. So we can also give Henry Cejudo the benefit of the doubt on that fight as well. But will Henry Cejudo go into this fight wanting to strike or wrestle? Obviously, the Olympian, obviously Olympic champion, Henry, former Olympian, obviously, is he going to go in there trying to wrestle? You would imagine that, you go in there, you try to wrestle Song Yadong, even if you make it a boring fight. What's important for you, if you're a Henry Cejudo right now, is to get a win, because your first stint or first couple fights in your second stint, in your comeback, have not been successful. And in all honesty, I believe the fight against Song Yadong is going to determine whether Henry Cejudo stays in the UFC or perhaps, call it a career, because you don't want to accumulate those losses. It doesn't get any easier. You don't imagine, his last 2 fights, against champions. At the time when he faced Aljamain Sterling, he was the champion over bantamweight division, and obviously he fell short. The second time, second fight of his comeback, Mirab was not the champion yet. He lost a 3-round decision to Mirab, who went on to become champion. So now you have a Song Yadong whose last fight he lost, if I'm not mistaken, and is looking to recover himself and regather himself as well. But you would imagine that the younger guy is going to have momentum with him. He's going to be fresher. You would assume that Song Yadong is going to have the power, since he has the size advantage. And the best thing for Henry Cejudo to do is try to wrestle, and Song Yadong is going to try to look to finish this fight standing at any moment, obviously, any moment that he can. I think it's going to be unwise for Henry Cejudo to stand toe-to-toe with a Song Yadong. It does not mean that Henry Cejudo is incapable of doing so, but if you're in the corner of Henry Cejudo, you would probably try to get him to wrestle the entire fight. If I were in his corner, I would definitely try to get him to wrestle, shoot for takedowns, take the guy down, then just drain the rounds that way. I don't care how you get the win. What's important for Henry is to get the win. And obviously, Song Yadong is still young. He's going to go into this fight looking to make a name of Henry Cejudo, so Henry has to be careful. Best of luck to both fighters. I'm looking forward to this one, actually. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe for more.